Hello everyone. I say everyone like there's people watching, but more or less there's gonna be like one, maybe two people looking at this. We're gonna do my basic EGL look. It's very simple, fairly monochromatic, but first things first, we're going to shape our eyebrows. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I do. So here we go. Just trim off the excess hairs that have grown since the last time we've shaved and the ones that we missed last time. You can get these for like a pack of 5 or something at Daiso for like $3. They're decent. Yeah. It doesn't matter too much about your eyebrows because this is EGL and we're going to be wearing a wig with a fringe. Because it's not Lolita if you don't have a fringe. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of colour correction because I've got mad spots, which you thankfully can't see all that well on camera. So I've got this shitty little cream colour correction palette that I don't use very much on account of I don't usually bother to colour correct my pimples, on account of I don't usually care. But we're going to pretend this is a day where I care. So doop 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 doop. Some of these spots are going to be hard to cover because they're actually scarred, but whatever. This is very exciting, isn't it? Fucking whatever. Moving on. We've got this pale ass foundation. Now you don't necessarily need to wear pale ass foundation, but this is one that I generally use for like gothic Lolita because it goes with the porcelain doll kind of vibe. It's gross. It's really bad. This is kind of old too. I don't know how great it is to use on your skin. It's kind of like a weird moussey formula. It's actually the darkest shade that Tonymoly sold at that time, which is tells you a lot about Korean beauty standards, I suppose. I've gotten some on the back because I was trying to smush it down, so I'm just going to use that. Cool. Whatever. And this is a really matte foundation as well. Usually I hate matte foundation, but because we're trying to look like a dead doll, corpse, creature thing, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I assume you guys know how to put on foundation, right? It's not rocket science. So next thing we're going to do is, what do we want to do next? Let's do blush. Just dump my shit all over the floor, who gives a shit. So, blush, red blush, does have to be red blush. Not pink, not coral, not purple, not natural red, because we're trying to look like we have tuberculosis. And we just put that right up on the top of our cheeks and into our temples and a little bit into our eyebrow area. This is why it's a good idea to always do blush first, so you don't mess up your eyeshadow or eyelashes doing this, trying to blend it together. So for our eyes, we're going to take the blush, this blush, red blush, and we're going to bring this up to where my eye fold is. This is makeup on me, not makeup on you, so I don't know if this is going to suit you, and I don't really care. If you've got an eye shape like me, then you can copy it. Because I never see tutorials on people with eye shapes like me. That's why I'm doing this. Now, if you're doing this with an iron oxide red, you want to be careful around your eyes because some people are allergic to it around their eyes. Not like deathly allergic, but it can be irritating. I don't know what this blush is. Carmine is bugs, isn't it? It's made of bugs and iron oxides. Most red is going to be iron oxide unless it's like pink. But I think the main colour of this is bugs. It's all natural. So very lightly get under the eyes as well. Don't try to get it underneath your eyelid fat. If you don't have under eyelid fat, imagine where it would be, I guess. Now, let's go to eyeliner. I've got this Etude House play pencil. It's very smudgy. And I'm going to take this halfway into my waterline. The outer half. And now we're going to go under on that same halfway point and just bring it straight across. Why does that cheek look so patchy? Because it is. Okay, hold on. What the fuck ever. So by bringing that straight across, we're getting that droopy eye effect, which is what we want. With Lolita, with Gothic Lolita specifically, we want to try and bring everything down. We want a sad look. So up on the upper lid, just following the lash line. And when it gets to here, pulling it down. Not up. We're trying to go down. We want this outer corner to be going like this. Why does my blush look so weird on camera? Oh, because it's shiny, that's why. The camera doesn't like shiny. Maybe a matte blush would have been better for doing this on camera. Oh well. Anyway, next thing we need to do is go over our pencil eyeliner. with a glittery black eyeshadow. I specified glittery because it makes the like teary look more effective. If you don't have a glittery black eyeshadow, I don't know how you don't, because they're in every fucking palette in existence, but I'm using this Electro black from Medusa's makeup. I think the whole set is on sale for like $30 or something like that. They're pretty good. So, skinty brush. I'm just going over what we did. So this eyeliner style is called puppy liner because it gives you puppy eyes as opposed to kitten or cat eyes that winged eyeliner does. That winged eyeliner gives you, I mean. Now if they don't match because your eyes are uneven like mine, you can attempt to make one of them slightly bigger and then realise that you've messed it up even more. And just continue doing that until you feel satisfied or give up completely. And the last thing we're going to do with eyes is put on some inner corner and under eye highlights. So get out a highlighter of your choice. I'm going to use the light shade in this palette, which I'm not going to open because it's broken. Very broken. I've tried to squish it back together, but it's still questionable at best. So I'm going to use this wincy little brush and just put it in the inner corner. You can do this with your fingers if you want, but my fingers have foundation on them, so I'm not going to do that. And then once you've done that, go back to that halfway point where we stopped doing the eyeliner. And now back to our eyeshadow brush that we used before and just blending that back into the red because I put too much on that one. It is a lot easier with your fingers. Yay! So now we've got our sad eyes. We can go put on a little bit of highlight on our cheeks using that same white highlight. And we just want a little tiny bit because we're trying to look like, again, like we have tuberculosis. Not that we're healthy. So just a tiny pat on. I like to do this C kind of shape to give you that sweaty kind of look. Just using basically the leftovers down the nose, just very, very lightly. Again for the tuberculosis vibe. And then mascara. I trust that you know how to put on mascara. I use this one. It's called Lash, Accelerator, Endless by Rimmel. It's fine. In my opinion, the lower lashes are more important for a gothic look. Or at least for a sad look. I'm pretty much just doing the top lashes out of obligation. Yeah, that makes like no difference, whatever. What else I wanted to do? Oh, eyebrows. With eyebrows, I just kind of use whatever's left on my liner brush because my eyebrows are black. And just make them a little bit less patchy. I'm gonna add like the tiniest hint of a point just for that VK feel. Vulcan K. Wow, they're completely different looking. I do look like a Vulcan, don't I? I've forgotten something, I don't know what. Oh, I usually put like a shiny nude eyeshadow, like a beige eyeshadow up there, but I didn't bring it, so I'm not gonna do that. What I will do is I'll get some of my finishing powder, which is this horrible smelling meteorites. She's not really shiny, is it? Okay, I'm gonna get my eyeshadow brush, cover that in meteorite dust, then go back to my eyeliner palette and pick up some of the excess highlighter dust that's just kind of smushed all around the, and hope for the best. Ooh, that's a lot of highlighter. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, lips. I use this Dear Darling tint from Etude House. Again, I've got a lot of shit from Etude House and I didn't realise, huh? It's fine, I guess. It's cheap here. I don't know if it's cheap wherever you are. Cool. Wow. Your finger will be stained. If you're not into that, maybe use a little blender or something. Or just be like really skillful with your lips. Ooh. It may also stain your teeth, so maybe don't like talk while you're waiting for it to dry. We're just gonna ignore that happened. Last thing, lip gloss with questionable powder on it. This is my favourite lip gloss. It's from Revlon. It was like $10, I think. It is Revlon Ultra HD Lip Lacquer 560 HD Fire Opal. What a name. It's red. I like it because it looks like fresh blood. You want bitten lips and you want punched in the mouth lips. Anyway, trying to blend out the top lip. Little bit of highlighter. Anyway. That's it, basically. So the last thing you want to do is get out your wig. If you've got long hair, put on a wig cap. If you don't have long hair, you can just do that. To brush your wigs, I recommend using this comb. This kind of comb. It's usually for natural curly hair. This is unnatural. That works fine. Let's go like full old school Let's get some twin tails up in here. Yeah. Ow. Ow, that's attached to my own head. Ow. 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 There we go. Oh, they are uneven. Doesn't matter, this whole look is uneven. Yay! How cute. Ideally you would be dressed, but I don't want to put on clothes. I'm just going to wear this hoodie. And we can just pretend that it's a nice dress. And that's it. That's the whole look. Yay!